one of the most significant cultural icons of the 20th century. He was also referred to as the King of Rock and Roll, or just simply the King, an American musician and actor born in Tupelo, Mississippi on January 8, 1935, to Gladys and Vernon Presley. Gladys gave birth to a stillborn son, Jesse Guerin. Elvis was born 35 minutes later, the only twin born that lived. Raised by loving working-class parents, Elvis's family had little money. They moved from place to place. He was deeply devoted to his parents, especially his mother Gladys, and was raised to have a strong faith in God. Gospel music became an important influence for him. Elvis got his first guitar at the age of 10. His family had moved to Memphis, Tennessee. He won his first talent show at Humes High School in Memphis, where he graduated in 1953. He cut his first demo record later that year, which became known as with Sun Studios. Trying to catch his first break, he began touring and recording That's All Right Mama, which was his first single in 1954. Numerous songs came after Elvis was drafted into the military in 1957. While stationed in Germany, about a year and a half before he left Europe, his mother Gladys passed away. After returning to Memphis for the funeral, he returned to duty, where he met and fell in love with 14-year-old Priscilla. In 1957, Elvis began acting career, making 33 movies, making most of them in 1960. Among those were Jailhouse Rock, 1957, King Creole, 1958, GI Blues in 1960, and Blue Hawaii in 1961, and also Viva Las Vegas. Among the actresses starring with Elvis were Judy Tyler, Joan Blackman, Angela Lansbury, Deborah Paget, and also Anne Margaret. Elvis was the most celebrated musician in the 20th century. He was the best-selling solo artist in the history of recorded music, country, pop, blues, and gospel. Around 600 million units worldwide was his estimated album sales. He has been inducted into multiple Music Hall of Fame. He also received 3 Grammy Awards for gospel music. He had 18 number 1 singles, as well as countless gold and platinum albums. One of the first performers inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1986, and in 1998 he was inducted to Country Music Hall of Fame. 3 years later, he was inducted into Gospel Music Hall of Fame. Elvis Presley's active years, 1953 to 1977, he had recorded labels with Sun and RCA Victor. Not only was he a great singer, but he was also a guitar and piano player. His first RCA single was Heartbreak Hotel, which was released in 1956. Some of his albums were Jailhouse Rock, Promised Land, Today, Elvis Presley, plus many more. Elvis married Priscilla in 1967, and they were married until 1973. They had only one daughter, Lisa Marie Presley, who was born February 1st, 1968. She was the apple of her daddy's eye. In 1973, Elvis and Priscilla divorced, and Priscilla received custody of Lisa Marie. Elvis started a growing addiction to prescription drugs. Elvis performed his last concert June 1977 in Indianapolis, Indiana. After the concert, he returned home to his mansion in Graceland to prepare for another tour. On the morning of August 16, 1977, Elvis died of heart failure at the age of 42 years. It was later ruled his death was related to prescription drug use. Elvis was buried at Graceland near his mother, Gladys, Father Vernon, and grandmother, Minnie Mae Hood Presley. Elvis found his home and made his home on the outskirts of Memphis, a southern colonial mansion on a 13.8 wooded estate. With a $1,000 cash deposit against a sale price of $102,500, he agreed to purchase the home called Graceland on March 19, 1957. According to the Washington Times, the federal government now confirms what the world has known for nearly 30 years. Elvis Presley's Graceland Mansion is now a national historical landmark. Graceland was opened into a public museum in 1982. The average attendance is 35,000 people weekly. over 18 million fans have visited there. The Presley family holds a tribute event each year to mark the anniversary of Presley's death. The 2012 gathering at Graceland was unique, according to the Washington Post. Candles are lit. It's truly a sight to behold. This is something that Elvis would never ever believe could have taken place here. Elvis Presley's amazing career helped popularize rock and roll in America.